Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, chaos in the heart of New York City, the life-threatening heat, and Deion Sanders' big win. Breaking overnight. Deadly Midtown Manhattan shooting.
We have multiple people shot.
4 people killed, including an off-duty police officer, when a shooter wearing body armor and carrying an assault rifle entered an office building in the heart of New York City. People inside barricading themselves in. Police racing to the scene. This morning, what we're learning about the shooter, the possible motive, and why he chose that building. We're live on the scene.
Dangerous heat dome. More than 165 million Americans on alert for life-threatening heat. Plus, we're tracking the toxic wildfire smoke in the Northeast and the severe storms and destructive winds slamming the Midwest overnight. President Trump overseas, celebrating the opening of a family-owned golf course in Scotland, unable to escape questions about Jeffrey Epstein, explaining why he says he ended his relationship with the convicted sex offender.
Sailing camp tragedy. A barge ramming a sailboat off Miami Beach. 2 children killed, 2 others in critical condition.
Curveball, one of baseball's top closers, put on leave weeks after one of his teammates, as the league investigates his possible role in sports betting. ABC News broadcast exclusive. The former Marine and grandfather who helped stop the Walmart stabbing attack.
I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed and he did not look like he was in his right mind.
What happened when he checked out of the store and why he doesn't feel like a hero.
And Coach Prime with a big win.
You have no idea how good God has been.
An emotional Deion Sanders revealing he underwent surgery for cancer. Now, what's next for the NFL Hall of Famer?
Get checked out.
And his message for everyone with his family by his side.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. I'm so happy to see our friend Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, back on the mend.
Yeah, but that is such good news.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that. We're going to get to that, but we're going to start with this breaking news overnight. Scary scene in Midtown Manhattan, deadly shooting. You see those heavily armed police right there. They responded to an office tower in the heart of New York after a man carrying a high-powered rifle entered a building that includes the offices of the NFL and finance giant Blackstone. Workers had to barricade themselves inside as the shooter opened fire, and here is what we know this morning. 5 people were shot, 4 killed, including a New York police officer. Another victim is fighting for his life. We do have team coverage. We're going to start with Will Reeve at the scene. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, George. It was a hot summer Monday here on Park Avenue, and then at 6:28 p.m., the first 911 calls came in. A man walked into that building behind me there, 345 Park Avenue, wearing body armor and carrying an M4 assault rifle. When he got inside, he began opening fire, spraying bullets, ultimately going up to the 33rd floor, where he eventually turned the gun on himself and died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now authorities are searching for answers. This morning, new details about the man who police say shot and killed at least 4 people in a Park Avenue office building in Midtown Manhattan.
Multiple calls from 345 Park Avenue.
Investigators finding a note in the shooter's pocket saying it made references to the NFL and CTE. Police sources say a page asked, "Study my brain, please. I'm sorry." The 44-story office building he targeted is home to the NFL as well as Blackstone and professional services firm KPMG. Authorities say the suspect, 27-year-old Shane Tamura, played high school football but did not play professionally, and that they have found no evidence yet that the gunman suffered a traumatic brain injury. Officials responding to 911 calls just before 6:30 Monday evening. Jesus. The suspect walking alone into the building holding an M4 assault rifle, wearing body armor. Police say he entered the lobby and began spraying bullets.
The 33rd floor is not secure. We have multiple people shot.
The suspect taking the elevator to the 33rd floor, where he again opened fire, killing a woman there before barricading himself inside. Authorities saying the suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. Paramedics rushing to the scene, performing CPR on this man.
Ambulance, police, fire truck, everything coming this way.
We just heard noises and then we all just were in a closet, really. It felt like forever.
NYPD using drones to secure the area as officials escorted employees outside with their hands raised. Some here huddling on the street, consoling coworkers.
From the building, you just see people running. That's what it was. People inside the building were saying that they heard someone, they thought someone fell down the stairs, and then they realized that wasn't just stairs, it was someone shooting a gun.
Employees inside the building using whatever they could find to block entrances to their floors. Local authorities say the suspect traveled cross-country in a black BMW from his home in Las Vegas over the weekend, arriving in New York City roughly 2 hours before the attack. He was issued a concealed carry permit in 2022, seen pictured here. Officials recovering this high-powered M4 assault rifle covered in blood.
His motives are still under investigation, and we are working to understand why he targeted this particular location.
At least 5 people were shot, 4 fatally. The lone survivor now in stable condition this morning. Now the city remembering the victims, including that 36-year-old NYPD officer, Didarul Islam. He's survived by his pregnant wife and 2 children.
He was doing the job that we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He made the ultimate sacrifice. Shot in cold blood, wearing a uniform that stood for the promise that he made to this city. He died as he lived, a hero.
And in a note to league employees, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell saying that one of their own was seriously injured in the attack. That man is in stable condition in the hospital. And this morning, Blackstone saying that one of their employees, Wesley LePatner, was killed in the attack, saying that words cannot express the devastation we feel. Just a tragic scene here, Michael.
It's just shaking up everyone there, Will. Thank you so much for that. And let's bring in Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky with the latest on what officials are learning about the shooter, Aaron, and the investigation into a possible motive. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael. 27-year-old Shane Tamora was found with a note that may help explain a possible motive. He lived here at this subdivision in Las Vegas. We're about 20 minutes from the Strip. And you can see police have been out here all night. They're still here this morning. The NYPD said Tamura left Nevada on Saturday and entered New York City from New Jersey on Monday, about 2 hours before the shooting. Las Vegas police had issued him a concealed carry permit in 2022. Officers here are now tracking down where he sought the M4 rifle that was used in the shooting. The NYPD also found a revolver and ammunition in his BMW, along with medication. Police said he did have a documented mental health history, and we're learning that police in Las Vegas had 2 calls in recent years associated with Tamura for a person in mental health distress. In his pocket, the NYPD found what sources described as a rambling, 3-page handwritten note that claimed he suffered from traumatic brain injury and made some references to the NFL, which is headquartered at 345 Park Avenue. Growing up in Los Angeles, Tamura did play high school football, but there's no evidence he actually had CTE. And it's not clear still why he decided to drive his car cross-country and target that building. But that note is certainly a key to the investigation, Rebecca.
A desperate search for answers. Okay, Aaron, thank you. We turn now to the dangerous weather across so much of the country. Severe storms slamming the upper Midwest overnight, while more than 165 million Americans are under a heat dome with temperatures feeling like triple digits. Victor Akendo is in Savannah, Georgia. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Rebecca. We're at an EMS hub in Savannah. They are in the middle of a shift change right now. This crew will spend the next 12 hours in this truck, telling me that the calls for help have not stopped since this dangerous heat set in. This morning, more than 165 million Americans face life-threatening heat with temperatures that feel hotter than 100 degrees. New York City activating its heat emergency plan, providing access to cooling centers and conducting outreach to at-risk communities. Despite this, commuters still feeling the heat.
You're definitely trapped in an oven.
And south, parts of Florida expecting it to feel as hot as 116 degrees. People across the region struggling to make it through their day.
It's so hot that it's hard to breathe.
Frontline workers telling us they've been going nonstop, treating heat-related conditions.
Today has been busy from the word go. We started riding calls early this morning and it was 90 degrees at 9 a.m. so it has been nonstop for heat illnesses.
The dangerous summer heat turning deadly. The family of 16-year-old Joshua Henderson, a high school football player from Memphis, Tennessee, say he passed away Saturday after collapsing in the heat during football practice earlier this month. His family remembering him as a remarkable young man full of potential, character, and kindness. The intense temperatures fueling fast-moving thunderstorms rippling over parts of South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa overnight. In Michigan, torrential rain causing the Detroit Metropolitan Airport to flood, people forced to walk through this overflowing tunnel. They have seen it all here in the last 24 hours, fainting, cramping, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Little to no relief here overnight, and today will be another scorcher. Michael?
Oh, yeah, scorcher indeed. And Sam, thank you so much. Victor, Sam is here tracking the oppressive heat and more. Sam, good morning.
Michael, we've had several of these extreme heat events in the country so far this year. Heat is often tied to poor air quality. We're going to show you that and then add on those smoke events that are going on in Canada. There are at least 550 wildfires burning in Canada, that beautiful forest acreage in Canada. It's not their fault. They've had the extreme heat that we've had as well. And you can see some of the smoke, particularly on the East River and also on the Hudson River as well, some of that orange haze that's hanging over the area. That's why now we have air quality alerts that extend all the way from Delaware, well through Philly, in through New York. All of this is going on to New Haven. Now, that's just cooking up the auto emissions with that extreme heat. That's pretty normal for summertime. But this is a little bit different. This is one of those smoke plumes that has dropped now into mainly Pennsylvania, also into northern New Jersey, into New York. This goes all the way down to Washington, D.C., and it's why you're getting that additional poor air quality. Poor Maine has been sitting in that for quite some time now. Now, let's talk a little bit about the extreme heat that's going along with it. This is that heat dome. Call that big area of high pressure right around here. If you see orange, expect at least 110 to be your heat index level. That's tough to take. But if you see magenta, this is up to about 115 possible here from New Orleans through Jackson, through Memphis. This goes to St. Louis, into Louisville. There's a couple areas like this hot spot in Macon and also in Florida. We'll be back to talk about the big forecast as well. But this combination of heat, extreme heat, and poor air quality.
Okay, Sam, thanks very much. We're going to get the latest now on President Trump. He's in Scotland this morning, opening a new golf course, also facing questions about Jeffrey Epstein. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott traveling with the president in Edinburgh. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you from here in Scotland. The president not only hosting European leaders at the Trump family golf courses this morning, he cut the ribbon on a new one as he continues to face questions surrounding Jeffrey Epstein.
President Trump playing a round of golf this morning as he cuts the ribbon on his family's new golf course in Aberdeen. His sons Don Jr. and Eric by his side. For the last 2 days, the president has hosted European leaders at his family golf courses, traveling to Aberdeen with the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. But even while overseas, the president's still facing questions about his administration's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation files.
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion.
Trump and Epstein were friendly for more than a decade. But when Epstein was arrested in 2019, Trump said they had a falling out and hadn't spoken in 15 years. Now the president's shedding light on why he ended his longtime relationship with the convicted sex offender.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place, persona non grata.
And also saying that he never went to Epstein's private Caribbean island.
I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
And this morning, Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year prison sentence for trafficking minors to the sex offender, is renewing her push for the Supreme Court to overturn her conviction. The request comes after the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Maxwell behind closed doors for 9 hours over 2 days. Sources say the Justice Department granted her a limited immunity to answer questions without fear her responses could later be used against her. President Trump once again not ruling out a future pardon for Maxwell.
Well, I'm allowed to give her a pardon, but nobody's approached me with it. Nobody's asked me about it.
Senator Dick Durbin, the top Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, alarmed by the Justice Department's meeting with Maxwell, calling for the DOJ to promise it won't pardon or commute Maxwell's sentence for her cooperation.
The president is very eager to move on from this controversy. Today, he wraps up his trip here in Scotland, heading back to the White House in just a few hours, George.
And Rachel, he seems to have a new deadline for Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, a new deadline here. The president initially set this 50-day deadline for Russian President Vladimir Putin to make a peace deal with Ukraine. The president clearly frustrated, saying he's going to be shortening that to 10 to 12 days. He's threatening new sanctions, secondary tariffs. Bottom line here, George, none of that really seems to matter to the Kremlin. This morning, they say they're going to continue their military action in Ukraine, George.
Rachel Scott, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. Now to the Major League scandal. One of the top relief pitchers in baseball was put on leave as part of MLB's investigation into sports gambling. Rhiannon Alley is here with the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Yeah, home sports betting has skyrocketed in popularity, but it's also raising concern about bad behavior among insiders. And now another star baseball player is accused of betting on his own sport. He's one of baseball's best closers.
The Guardians go to Emmanuel Clase.
But this morning, Cleveland Guardians pitcher Emmanuel Clase put on leave after Major League Baseball announced they were investigating his alleged role in a sports betting investigation. The Guardians putting out a statement saying, "We have been informed that no additional players or club personnel are expected to be impacted." But this announcement coming just weeks after Clase's teammate, Guardians pitcher Luis L. Ortiz, was placed on leave till at least August 31st for his alleged role in a sports betting investigation. The bets under investigation were placed on whether or not an individual pitch would be a ball.
Is just a little bit outside.
ESPN reporting this pitch to Pedro Pages on June 27th and this one to Randy Arozarena on June 15th caught the eye of a betting integrity firm. With the recent explosion of at-home sports betting, those playing are frequently buying into prop bets. Those are smaller bets that may not affect the end result of the game.
Prop bets are more of the micro bets versus the big macro bets on which team is going to win and by how many runs. Baseball similarly has all sorts of situations, and I'll be honest, in sports, there are literally hundreds of things that you could eventually gamble on.
It's not just the MLB that's grappling with gambling concerns. The NBA's Jonte Porter was banned last year for bets on games, guys.
Wow. Thank you, Rhiannon. Coming up, Mo Olengi has an ABC News broadcast exclusive about the stabbing incident in a Michigan Walmart where 11 people were injured. Hey, Mola.
Hey, George, I spoke to one of the heroes who jumped into action, forced the suspect to drop his weapon, and held him until police arrived. Coming up, why he still doesn't consider himself a hero.
Also ahead, Deion Sanders revealing his bladder cancer fight. Coach Prime sharing details as only he can what he said about his future on the sidelines.
Really powerful message there. And take a look up there. We're calling it our skeleton crew, assembled for Summerween. Is it time to treat yourself to some new decorations? That is the question.
When we come back, I'm making a special appearance in Play of the Day.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Can I go? Guy, what are you so anxious about?
Hey, Anna.
Do you know him? Kinda. That's Jake. No. You gotta give him a chance. That is the last thing I'm going to give him. Just look at him. You don't even know it.
GMA.
I know he's too old
That
for you.
is Chad Michael Murray there on the bike with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan in Freaky Friday. He is back for the long-awaited sequel, Mother Knows Best, okay? He's here this morning, and he's going to tell us all about Freakier Friday coming right up.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that. First new at 7:30. On his trip to Scotland, President Trump acknowledged that there was real starvation in Gaza, disputing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has claimed there's no starvation. The president pledged the U.S. would do more to get food to the people there, especially children. The death toll in Gaza has reached a grim milestone. Over 60,000 Palestinians killed there since the beginning of the war on October 7, 2023, which is, of course, started by Hamas. Also, officials have released the sketches. They searched for the man who killed a married couple while they were hiking with their 2 young daughters in Arkansas. Investigators said the suspect likely sustained an injury while attacking the couple. The little girls were not injured, are now with family members.
Also in Florida, 6 people, including 5 children, were pulled from the water after a sailboat collided with a barge. 2 girls died, ages 7 and 13 years old, and 2 others are fighting for their lives. The group was part of a sailing camp, and the Coast Guard says they were working to find out why this happened. And this morning, we are remembering Baseball Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg. The lifelong Chicago Cub passed away at 65, more than a year after announcing he was diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer. Sandberg was a 10-time All-Star and was National League MVP in 1984. They called him Rhino.
Yeah, what a career he had. Yeah. We're going to turn now to an ABC News broadcast exclusive with the hero confronted the man accused of stabbing 11 people at a Michigan Walmart. Suspect made his first court appearance as well. Mola Lenghi is in Traverse City, Michigan with the story. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, George. That suspect now looking at life in prison for each of the 12 charges he's facing. Meanwhile, one of the men being hailed a hero for confronting the attacker tells me he did what anyone would have done.
Throw the knife that way! Throw it away!
This morning, a hero who helped stop a man accused of stabbing multiple people at a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan, speaking out exclusively with ABC News.
I didn't think of anything other than trying to get him away from people and get him isolated and get him to put the knife down.
Former Marine Derrick Perry says he was checking out at the Walmart Saturday afternoon when he heard a commotion.
A lady was screaming for her son, and all the employees and patrons were clamoring, trying to run in different directions.
The suspect, 42-year-old Bradford James Gilley, fleeing to the parking lot. Perry and others dropping their groceries to surround the man. Perry pulled his gun. It's legal to open carry in Michigan.
Unfortunately, there was kind of like a mob mentality, and some very disturbing things were being said on how to deal with the situation. And I had to block all of that out and focus on him, because I ultimately just wanted him to put the knife down and back away until law enforcement got there. I did not see myself as any type of judge, jury, or executioner. I just wanted everyone to be safe.
Did he say anything to you? Were you able to kind of get a state of mind?
And I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed, and he did not look like he was in his right mind. And he was saying, "They told me to do it. They told me to do it, and call 911." I said, they're on their way. They're coming.
On Monday, Gilley formally charged with terrorism and 11 counts of assault with the intent to murder. He pleaded not guilty to all charges, telling a police officer before the arraignment he did not want to participate.
Do I have to do this? I don't want to.
Never once, Perry says, did he consider actually pulling the trigger.
I took time to actually look and listen and try to understand his mind state and see that, yes, I am in a position to do something very rash, but it's ultimately my decision to not do it as well. Just de-escalate the situation, try to get him to surrender on his own accord.
Perry, who works in a hospital, says he doesn't feel like a hero.
The only thing that separated me from the other gentleman that had stepped in as well was what I was carrying in my hands. I think I would have ran out there or walked out there and helped either way. It was just a moment of, I've got a duty to protect.
Now, Perry credits the other bystanders who helped him, saying that they were unarmed and still jumped into action. Police say if not for all of their selflessness, this situation could have been much worse, guys.
Yeah, we're glad it wasn't. Thank you so much for that, Mola. We're going to turn now to my good friend Deion Sanders and his health scare. The NFL Hall of Famer and University of Colorado coach revealing his fight with bladder cancer while hoping it spurs more men to take their health seriously. Trevor Ault joined us with the story. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael. And we know sometimes health issues can cause men to retreat inward, but Deion Sanders has never been accused of being shy. And the Hall of Famer is being very open now about his battle with bladder cancer and the effects it's had on his body, hopefully encouraging other men.
In the hospital, I don't even know what time it is.
This morning, a look inside the private health battle of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders.
You're ready to have a surgery.
The Colorado football coach revealing he underwent surgery in May after he was diagnosed with bladder cancer.
If it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled up on this. It's been tough. I think I dropped 25 pounds. I'm still dealing with going to the bathroom. Like, it's a whole life change.
The Hall of Famer, at times emotional.
You have no idea how good God has been to me.
But still showing off that famous personality.
I depend on depend, if you know what I mean. I cannot control my bladder. So I get up to go to the bathroom, already 4 or 5 times a night.
Sitting next to his doctor, the 57-year-old says he'll be back coaching the Buffaloes this upcoming season, as after the surgery, there have been no traces of cancer.
We gonna beat it, ain't we?
It's beaten.
An estimated 85,000 Americans will be diagnosed with bladder cancer this year. Sanders says he opted to remove his bladder and create a new one, likely referring to a minimally invasive procedure where part of the small intestine is used to construct a makeshift bladder.
Bladder cancer is curable. There are new ways to help patients, even if their bladder is removed, still be able to maintain a good quality of life and be able to function at their prior jobs.
His son Dion Jr. sharing these behind-the-scenes videos of his dad's cancer journey, his family by his side, as well as actress Karrueche Tran.
We are here to fully remove the bladder.
I had to make a will. It's not easy at all to think that you may not be here.
Sanders has opened up to GMA about his health issues in the past, including with blood clots.
I cannot stress enough the importance of preventative care. Go see what's going on to make sure you're healthy, because we want you around.
Now well into his cancer recovery, he's hoping to inspire others to put their health first.
Especially African-American men, we don't like going to the doctors. So I'm not just talking to the brothers, I'm talking to my Caucasian brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers, my everybody, and my sisters. And that's all, y'all. Get checked out, because it could have been a whole another gathering.
Now, Sanders says this football season there will be accommodations for him right there on the sideline to help out with his condition. He says he wanted to speak out to help other men not feel ashamed about any health problems. Guys.
Yeah, we're happy he's on the men.
Yeah,
happy he's on the men. Hall of Famer on and off the field, and sharing that message and get checked.
Yeah.
I mean, great message he has.
Big
Important
message
one.
right there.
Now on GMA, Halloween about 3 months away, but that is not stopping some people from celebrating and stocking up. They're calling it Summerween, Sam.
It's more than some people, though. It may be generational. It
It's
really
a thing.
may. Like old people like me, maybe not, but the youngsters like it. All right, the weather outside says summer, but some of these red hot Halloween items are scary good and ready for now. Think pumpkins in the hot summer sun. Now, don't think that. Think Adobe says the first few weeks of July, purchases of Halloween goods were up 71%. So this morning, no tricks, just the treats, what and when to buy it.
It's a spooky summer sight. Summerween exploding on social media.
Summer what? Summerween! The people of this town love Halloween so much they celebrate it twice a year.
Halloween enthusiasts celebrating the holiday twist with everything from sunbathing skeletons to watermelon jack-o'-lanterns. Spooky, yet refreshing.
I started doing Halloween-themed picnics in the summer. I started doing like summery Halloween outfits versus just like the fall type of thing. And yeah, I don't know. It's nice to extend the season a little bit longer.
What we're seeing now is that social media is really driving the trends in retail. Before, it was retail that would drive those trends. Now we are seeing consumers create content and drive demand for specific things around those trends.
And some retailers are capitalizing on the fun. Michael says they've seen a huge demand from customers in June alone. We're not making this up. They say there was a nearly 3,000% increase in searches for Summerween compared to June of 2024 on its website. Lowe's put out Halloween items in April. Walmart even creating a Summer Frights line in select stores. And while retailers have not told us if Summerween is a boon or a bust, experts say if this is a trend, it could be big money. Remember, Halloween sales are estimated to bring in somewhere between $11 and $12 billion.
It's always great to buy early because you never know if that inventory is going to be in stores later on in the summer and into the fall. And you also don't know if the tariffs are going to increase the prices come October.
I'd like to introduce you to our skeleton crew. This is an exclusive reveal of Home Depot's new Skelly collection. And we've got the whole family here, including the pets. This is 12 feet. Doesn't it seem like it's bigger than 12 feet tall?
It's giant, and the eyes are bluer than yours, Sam, which is
are.
wild.
But this is what you want outside, right? Now, look, you've got a dog, you've got a cat, skeleton dog and cat, and just in case you need it, you've got a dinosaur.
I think you call that a wyvern.
Is it a wyvern?
I consulted. It's called a wyvern, Sam.
And it moves.
Some people are obviously getting in on this more than some. But what do you say about buying now versus later in terms of savings?
All right, I usually get my buying advice
I like to know from you,
so
Sam.
I'm just going to throw this back to you in exactly the same day. Experts say if you're planning to have an actual Summerween party, then this is the time. You got to shop for it clearly. If you're just looking to save for your fall parties, it might be worth taking advantage of some of the deals, but you've got to price compare.
I say shop
right?
Nov 1. November 1,
See?
day after the real
There you
Halloween.
go. And you know, again, everyone's watching pricing with the tariffs for the fall.
You can turn that off
Can
now.
I turn it off now?
Michael, save us.
I'm in clear protest. All right, too early, you two.
I agree, Michael.
All right, thank you both for that. It's time for Play of the Day. George, take it away. It's all
I
you.
had a little surprise this morning. Michael was coming in the building with the man who keeps me safe, Richie, and we got into the freight elevator.
Right.
And got to the second floor, and it just stopped.
What do you mean it just stopped?
Just stopped between the second and third floor. I think we have some video right here of how we finally got out, thanks to the New York City Fire Department. They were finally able to come through the ceiling, send a ladder down.
No, through the ceiling?
Yeah, and I'm just coming out.
Where are you,
up the
George?
I'm coming out of the back.
Look,
there.
no, is that on the ladder?
On the ladder. Yeah, that would happen. That was about an hour and 15 minutes in.
What did you do during that hour?
I answered a lot of emails. I read the New York Times. It was okay. Rich and I chatted a little bit, and we were safe.
Get this
Thank
man
you,
a
New York
medal.
City Fire Department.
Yes.
Thank you,
There
New
you
York
go.
City
He's here
Fire
safely.
Department.
We'll be back.
Wow.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Breaking overnight. Deadly shooting in Midtown Manhattan.
We have multiple people shot.
4 people killed, including an off-duty police officer. And a shooter wearing body armor, carrying an assault rifle, entered an office building in the heart of New York City. People barricaded themselves inside. Police raced to the scene. This morning, what we're learning about the shooter, the possible motive, why he chose that building. We're live on the scene.
Dangerous heat dome. More than 165 million Americans on alert for life-threatening heat, where it could feel like 116. Sam Champion is tracking the warnings.
Goodbye, gentle parenting? Find out what parenting expert Erica Suter has to say about tough loves, comeback, and social media.
And Chad Michael Murray is here live talking Freakier Friday.
Let's just get back out there.
And being back on the big screen with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. As we say, good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. We cannot wait to catch up with Chad Michael Murray and Lori B. She is here also helping you shop for back to school with the right stuff. This morning, we have lunchbox essentials from lunch boxes to water bottles and more.
Looking forward to that. Also, why you may be eating more salt in your diet than you realize, especially when eating at a restaurant. It can even be in desserts. We're going to share how much you should be getting on a daily basis, ways to cut back. Of course, that's coming up.
This really surprised me. Plus, the new Alzheimer's study and what could possibly help slow the decline.
First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with that breaking news overnight. The shooting in the heart of New York City. A man carrying a high-powered rifle entered a building that includes the offices of the NFL and finance giant Blackstone. 5 people were shot, 4 killed, including a New York police officer. I want to go back to Will Reeve on the scene. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, George. During the evening rush last night, a man got out of a car on Park Avenue wearing body armor and carrying an M4 assault rifle. He then walked into those doors right behind me and began spraying bullets, ultimately killing 4 people before turning the gun on himself. Now authorities are trying to determine a motive. This morning, new details about the man who police say shot and killed at least 4 people in a Park Avenue office building in Midtown Manhattan.
We're getting multiple calls from 345 Park Avenue.
Investigators finding a note in the shooter's pocket saying it made references to the NFL and CTE. Police sources say a page asked, "Study my brain, please. I'm sorry." The 44-story office building he targeted is home to the NFL as well as Blackstone and professional services firm KPMG. Officials responding to 911 calls just before 6:30 Monday evening. The suspect walking alone into the building holding an M4 assault rifle, wearing body armor. Police say he entered the lobby and began spraying bullets.
The 33rd floor is not secured. We have multiple people shot.
The suspect taking the elevator to the 33rd floor, where he again opened fire, killing a woman there before barricading himself inside. Authorities saying the suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest.
We just heard noises and then we all just were in a closet, really. It felt like forever.
Local authorities say the suspect traveled cross-country in a black BMW from his home in Las Vegas over the weekend, arriving in New York City roughly 2 hours before the attack. He was issued a concealed carry permit in 2022, seen pictured here. Officials recovering this high-powered M4 assault rifle covered in blood.
His motives are still under investigation, and we are working to understand why he targeted this particular location.
At least 5 people were shot, 4 fatally. The lone survivor now in stable condition this morning. Now the city remembering the victims, including that 36-year-old NYPD officer, Didarul Islam. He's survived by his pregnant wife and 2 children.
And we're learning more about the victims this morning. Blackstone saying that one of their employees, Wesley LaPatner, was among those killed, saying words cannot express the devastation we feel. And as authorities try to figure out the shooter's motive, Mayor Eric Adams said on television this morning that there's reason to believe he was targeting the NFL, referencing the suicide note that they found on the shooter's body. It's believed that perhaps the shooter meant to go up to the floors that the NFL occupies here.
Yeah, definitely shaking up the city there, Will. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. And we're going to turn now to the oppressive heat. More than 165 million Americans are under a heat dome with temperatures feeling like triple digits. Sam is tracking the warnings for us.
All right, and Michael, now we're getting into what's normally the hottest part of the year, but we've had these big heat events already this spring. Let's show you heat dome. Let's talk about what it means. When you see that big red area, just consider that's a giant kind of like area of high pressure that's trapping the heat right below it. Now look around it. See how the wind direction flows clockwise around it? So we pick up this incredible humidity from the Gulf of Mexico, drag it into the burn scars that are out west, and we're flooding it with rain. Then we drag that into severe storms a little bit further to the north. Now we pick up that smoke, the smoke that's in Canada, drag it into the northeast. That's how it all works around that non-moving heat dome. That dome will drop a little bit to the south, but not before we get these big numbers again. Extreme heat warnings and heat advisories are out for the majority of the country. Over the next 3 days, we will start to see right around the Great Lakes and into New England that heat drop a bit. Look at the difference in Philly between 103 today and 72 on Friday. This may come with some big time rains for part of the area like Thursday in New York City, but it's going to beat that heat a little bit. It does not in Florida. They're still looking at some big heat there, guys.
Big heat just continues, keep going. Okay, Sam, are you guys ready for some hopeful news?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Let's turn to something hopeful. A new study of people at heightened risk of Alzheimer's has found that a structured program could help slow down cognitive decline. A group led by a coach that exercised, had a healthy diet, and had brain training and measurable cognitive gains compared to a group that followed the plan on their own. So doing it with that leader really helped make a difference for them.
That is good news.
Yes,
that is great news, actually. All right, thank you so much for that. And coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, a new investigation showing a surprising amount of salt in restaurant meals. Sometimes one course could put you way over the recommended amount. We're going to tell you how to take some salt off the menu.
Also ahead, gentle parenting is out. A parenting expert breaks down a more authoritative approach with your kids.
That's what my dad called it. Plus, Chef Frankie Salenza is here whipping up easy and affordable dishes, including that icebox pie that I cannot wait to taste. By the way, love my dad. He did a great job. And Sam is with a very special guest. Hey, Sam.
That is beautiful, but this is a star that everybody seemingly loves you. Chad Michael Murray is here, and not only does he have the great look, but it's the great hair too. We're going to talk Freaky Friday. Can we? Is there a thing that? Is there a way that? Is there a way?
No, you just got to do a little talk.
It's coming up right here on GMA. It's so nice to have you here.
It's such a pleasure, man.
We're back now with our GMA cover story, a health alert about sodium intake, with the FDA saying that 90% of Americans are eating more sodium than is recommended, and much of that could be from eating out. Rebecca, you have much more in this story.
Yes, that's right, Michael. We're talking salt. We eat a lot of it, but do you really know how much?
Not really.
Salt. Whether it's the salt-based chef and his iconic method for salting steak, or the salty instructions on the bear,
All right, Chef, I need you to salt that like a sidewalk.
Chefs on our screen and in real life are bringing salt to our plate and lighting up our taste buds.
In my opinion, you cannot cook without salt. It pulls out the flavor, the water, and you taste things very vividly differently than without salt. It really adds so much to the flavor and depth of food.
It's an essential part of a healthy diet and a crucial part of cooking, but too much can be bad for your health.
We require sodium as part of the minerals that are essential for human health. We just don't need very much of it, and we eat a lot more than we need.
The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams of salt a day, which is equal to less than 1 teaspoon of table salt, and suggests ideally less than 1,500 milligrams a day for most adults. One of the biggest culprits of additional sodium, eating out.
We live in an era of intense distraction. Chefs are very conscious of this, and they're trying to get your attention on the plate. And the easiest way to get your attention is by putting a lot of salt on.
We looked at your average cheeseburger across 5 different family restaurant chains, and that one burger ranged from half to nearly double your recommended daily salt intake.
The place where salt consumption runs rampant is in the restaurants of America, and specifically, in my case, New York City.
New York Magazine selected iconic dishes across New York City restaurants and sent them to a lab to find out the sodium content. They say it found that a diner eating out is likely ingesting their entire daily sodium intake in one meal, and in some cases, just one course. Even dessert can pack in the salt. It found nearly half a day's recommended sodium in a single slice of devil's food cake at one restaurant. The FDA says there's been progress over the past decade to reduce sodium in Americans' diets, but eating out will still bring a lot of salt.
I wouldn't recommend not going to restaurants. Restaurants are wonderful, but try and educate yourself on sort of what's salty, what's not salty.
And you can educate yourself because some restaurants do offer nutritional information, including sodium, on their websites, but it's still complicated. And joining us now to break it all down is dietitian and nutritionist Maya Feller. It is great to see you, Maya.
Good morning. So good to see you.
We were just talking about the fact that on social media, people throw salt on things, they finish it off, and there are these amounts, but it's hard to just eyeball the amounts. Usually, we're not measuring everything when we're consuming salt.
We are far from measuring anything when we're consuming salt, and when we're thinking about those amounts, it is actually shocking. So the recommendation is 2,300 milligrams per day, and this is the recommendation, right?
That's your total amount of salt per day.
That's the total. Let me look at that tiny hump.
Yeah.
It's like almost nothing. Here's the thing. For someone that has diabetes or hypertension, we go down to 1,500 milligrams per day, even less. But the average American is actually consuming 3,500 milligrams or more, which is this. And to the point of like, okay, you've got this meal, take a look at this. Your chicken breast, that could be 600 milligrams. The Brussels sprouts could be another 400. The roll could be 200. The soup could be another 600. And by the time you've had that meal, you have exhausted that 3,500 milligrams. And the other thing is all those sneaky kind of places where we find sodium. You've got dressings, mustard, jarred pasta sauce. It's really hard to parse out where and when your salt is actually coming onto your plate.
Yeah, and I was blown away by the fact in the piece, even in dessert, you see it showing up.
Yeah, we're so accustomed to the flavor of salt that we don't even know that we're consuming it.
So Michael's got the solution.
Oh, yes.
Well, I hope we do. So Maya's going to tell us, what are some ways that you can cut back on sodium no matter where you eat?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I want folks to understand, especially with packaged goods, that there are some cut points, as we say, around how to identify the salt coming into your pattern of eating. So for example, if something says that it's salt-free, that means that there's less than 5 milligrams per serving. Low salt is 140 milligrams or less, and reduced sodium means that at least 25% less in comparison to something that has the full amount of salt. No salt or unsalted simply means that there's no added salt, but it doesn't mean that it's sodium free. This is where, if you're cooking at home, lean into to flavor. You've got citrus, right?
Yeah.
That can give you that bright acidic flavor so that you're not missing the salt as much. You've got herbs and spices. That's another way. We're so accustomed to salt that it really tastes bland when we take it out.
Yeah.
So we got to boost that flavor.
All right, sometimes it's got to have a little less flavor, though. Health first, flavor second. Keisha's looking at me like, not in my cooking. I need some flavor.
No, absolutely. You have
what you got?
And as you get older, it's going to have less flavor.
Because
the kicker won't take it.
Maya, thank you.
Turn now to our parenting playbook. There's a new backlash against gentle parenting. A widely shared article in the Wall Street Journal says tough love is back. Our parenting expert, Erica Suter, is here to explain. What you have to explain first is this acronym associated with it, FAFO.
Well, George, when parents have reached their limit, it's kind of like a mess around and find out kid. That's basically what's happening there. I want to break down what gentle parenting is first. So it's basically rooted in being empathetic, emotional regulation, and your relationship with your child. So think validating big feelings and getting down on their level and staying calm the entire time, no matter how they react.
That's gentle parenting.
That's gentle parenting. So then you have the more, what people are calling the harsher parenting, but it's actually authoritative parenting. And it's rooted in consequences. So when they misbehave, there's going to be a consequence.
Yeah, you touch the stove, it's hot. Go ahead and touch it if you want. Yeah, there's consequences to it. But is this shift generational? And is it harder for parents to be authoritative when it comes to social media or feelings of being judged by other people?
Yeah, parents today feel more judged than ever, and social media doesn't help because they don't want to be caught on tape or on film doing something, yelling at their kid. But here's the thing, gentle parenting does not work for every child. And just because you're more authoritative doesn't mean you're harsh or it's without emotion, without love. It's just giving them a consequence for their behavior. And kids need that kind of structure.
I heard the word no a lot as a kid, and my children hear the word no a lot. What is authoritative parenting, and how do parents do it the way that you would recommend?
Okay, so there's a really simple way to implement it. You want to make sure that there are clear expectations about behavior. So we don't talk disrespectfully to grown-ups in this house. And if they do, there has to be a consequence. But don't say, I'm going to cancel your 8th birthday. No parent ever does that. Make the consequence something like no screen time or no play dates on the next 2 Saturdays, something like that. And then you want to make sure there are natural consequences. I have a teenager, he refuses to wear his coat in the winter, and I'm like, okay, go out and be cold, and I'm not going to run your coat to school if you need it, right? And so you also want to be warm, but not wobbly. You don't want to give in when they're complaining about, this isn't fair, but you want to say, I understand how you feel. I know you don't want to leave the playground, but it's time to go. And you want to also make sure that you give them choice and a voice. Now, this helps them with decision making. So something like, would you like to shower before dinner or after dinner? And lastly, reset after mistakes, yours and theirs. Sometimes we overreact. It's okay to apologize to your children. And when they mess up, you want to set a plan for how they can make it better the next time.
What are some of the benefits to authoritative parenting? I know being raised by the Colonel and Miss Sylvia. That's all I had in my household.
Did your parents ever apologize for you?
No, not once. And our relationship was they were the parents and we were the kids. That was the relationship.
Well, that is still the relationship, but here's the great thing about authoritative parenting. It makes great problem solvers, people who have more emotional regulation, people who can deal with conflict better, and they're more resilient. So there are a lot of great things that come from giving that kind of structure and having that kind of discipline.
Thank you, Erica. Appreciate it.
Guess what?
It's all on you now.
Yeah, now, and since we're talking about parenting, let's get back to school because, Lori B, are you over there?
I'm here waiting for you, Sammy.
For parents, this is a godsend. For kids, they're not so happy about this, but this is Day 2, right, of the addition of getting kids back to school and ready to go?
It is indeed.
What do we got?
So we're going to start with everybody's favorite, lunch.
Okay.
Right? So we're going to start with these lunch boxes. These are from Crate and Barrel's kids line called Crate and Kids. So we already see that they have that beautiful modern design aesthetic, right? But we want function when we have little kids and lunchtime. And so what's great about these is they have double compartments, so they will stay insulated, their food will stay nice and fresh. And this one even has a bottom compartment for like if you want to do a water bottle down there.
Right.
So see, it has a top handle. They have all different kinds with straps. You can even personalize them because you remember that lunchtime rush. Everyone's trying to find their lunchbox.
Right.
which one's theirs. What kind of lunchbox did you have, Sam?
Ours were metal, and I know I probably had a Fantastic Four. I probably had a Superman.
All right.
You know, I maybe had a Jetsons. I don't know. I'm trying to
walk
think.
down memory lane.
Now,
but,
all of these are
but
shoppable, by the
that's
way.
right.
We should say that.
They are, and you would have had a Creighton Kids one, maybe.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to move to older kids for Packet. This is incredible. Feel how cold this is. Go ahead and give that a little touch. What we did is we put these in the freezer overnight. They're gel lined. So
I feel that. Right,
yes,
right.
It eliminates the need for an ice pack. So you're saving time in the morning. You're saving money by having to buy the ice pack.
Goes all day.
It's all in here, and it keeps food under 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the perishable food safety threshold. For 5.5 hours, keeps food cold for 10 hours.
No one wants a
So
bug.
we love
That's a
that. You
great
get that
idea.
on Amazon. Also on Amazon, a little choreography there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Owala. This is like the it water bottle to have in school. Sam, you're going to demonstrate for me why these are so cool.
Okay.
So you can drink from it in their free sip 2 ways. One is the straw.
Right.
So there's Sam just doing the straw, holding it upright.
That works.
That works. Now he's going to take a little swig.
Okay.
Go ahead, tilt it back. So you can do it like that if you're really thirsty.
And that works.
And that works. So these are great because you can also, they come in a ton of different sizes. And so if you have a little kid or you have a bigger kid like Sam here, they keep water cold for 24 hours. They're only 3 parts, which parents love. They're dishwasher safe. And they're not going to get that mold if you do the regular cleaning.
Walk, don't
so
run.
The
Get
Owala is
That's
amazing.
fantastic.
Also incredible. Whiskware. This is great.
Yep.
For kids who like a lot of options, you can stack these little containers.
Oh, look at that.
And really have, customized lunch and snacks. These are great for desk snacks.
That is super cute.
Aren't they adorable? We found these at Walmart. They start at $10. And we love that you can even do things like a yogurt parfait. Our producer Caroline was saying she's going to do that, even though she's not in 2nd grade. So she's going to do yogurt, granola, fruit. You can do it. You can even put like little toys or things like that in there. These things are great.
And some kids don't like their food to touch. So
Exactly.
That's
Were you one of those kids?
I may have been one of those kids.
Spoken like he lived it.
All right.
Okay, and these are for great because these are from Lunchkin. So, I have 3 kids. I pack.
Is that paper?
Yes, I pack it's recyclable paper.
How
so I pack
smart.
a lot of lunches, and a lot of us do get stuck in that plastic baggie
Sure we
zone,
do.
right? But we want to do something a little planet friendly, and this is a great swap for that. So we found these. You get 50 of them for under $5. You can do them for lunches. They're moisture and grease resistant. You could do them for snacks. We even wrote you a little note. Happy
What does it
Tuesday,
say?
Sam,
Oh.
with your lunch. They come in fun prints.
What did you pack me today?
It's a surprise, Sam.
I can't wait to get in there. I'll just trade it away, Lori.
A Sammy for Sammy.
All right.
That's what we got
I love
for
that.
you.
This is so smart because
Yeah.
we are trying to get rid
Be a
of
little
plastic.
greener,
Use
yes.
a little bit less plastic.
Exactly.
Sorry, I have a grape in my mouth right now. I inappropriately popped it. You can shop all of these on our website, goodmorningamerica.com. Tune in tomorrow for, is it day 3?
It's day 3, Sam.
Of back to school, a look with all the dorm essentials. So I'm going to need a fridge.
Yep.
I'm going to need one of those big body pillows.
Mattress topper.
Mattress topper. Freaky Friday star Chad Michael Murray is here live. We'll be right back.
We had so much fun yesterday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, and now we're back with their co-star in Freakier Friday, Chad Michael Murray. Welcome. So how much fun was it to be on that set?
It was so much fun. It was a complete and utter love fest. No joke. So, we shot the original one, 23 years ago from the time we were filming. And I think that when you get on set after doing something and not seeing everybody for so long, that you just sit down and you hug everybody just a little bit longer, because you just don't know the next time you're going to see them, Right. It was a love fest.
It has to be a strange feeling, though. 23 years have passed, and now you're back in the same character.
If you would ask me, I would have never, that would not have been on my lottery ticket. I wouldn't have seen it coming. It wasn't on the bingo card. The first one was wrapped up, but honestly, it's just a tribute to the work that everybody did, the women carrying us along, like Jamie and Lindsay crushing it, but to the fans who have loved this movie, and it stood the test of time enough to the point where we're back 23 years later.
Yeah, you've been in a lot of other things since then. Do people still ask you for the Jake hair flip out on the street?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They asked me to sing on a consistent basis, and it's not my forte, as we can see from the first film. So.
Well, in the first film, Lindsay Lohan's character had a crush on you, but you had a crush on her mom, Tess. Are you still into the older women?
Come on, man. Look, I don't want to make a rookie mistake. You go veteran moves.
I I like what you're doing there. All right, let's take a look at a clip.
What sexy grand entrance? What do you mean?
You have to be sexy.
How?
Sexy.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
How much Depp hair gel was used in that?
A lot harder than it looked. I kid you not. So that was the last shot of the day. Yeah. We had finished like 2 days shooting in that record store. And, you know, throughout the day, it's hairspray and stuff to get you locked in. So, you know, continuity. And then, of course, they're like, all right, we got like 10 minutes while the sun's coming down to shoot the last shot of the day. But your hair's all stuck together. And so, you know, if you go to take the helmet off and you do a hair flip, it's like a clump. So I'm on the side of the road. I got my hands in my hair, my head's upside down, trying to get all the product out. Paparazzi across the street. Dude, Chad's gone rogue. Something's wrong. And that was that. You know, that was you know, take 65. And
it worked though.
It was
hey,
good, man. You got to get the sun between the hair at exactly the right moment. By the way, kudos on the superstar fit because this is really like that's everything. We were talking about your family earlier and talking about parenting. Yeah. You showed the first one to your kids. And you showed the second one to your kids? How did it go?
Oh, yeah. They made their grand debut on the... Now, there they are. Oh, it's my little... Our little doppelgangers.
Wow, really and truly, they look just like you guys.
It's crazy. That was the first kind of time ever in the public eye. We've always kept their names and their faces out of everything. We just keep them very close. That's my pack. They travel everywhere with us. We travel the world together. We're doing the tour together, everything. Awesome, except for they were stuck in Miami. They're going to meet me soon. But it was the perfect premiere to take them to. They had the time of their lives. They got all the snacks, all the treats.
The important thing.
Yeah, live music, and they loved the film. Laughing out loud, loved the film.
And from what I read, your son is acting as a bit of a publicist. He goes out and says, hey, my dad is here.
Well, that was a no-no. We were shooting in Puerto Rico, and they were on the beach. And my son the kids have become accustomed to, you know, meeting people in public, and I'm somebody who, like, what a blessing to be able to make someone happy with something as simple as a photograph or an autograph. So I take pictures with people in public all the time. Well, he kind of knows the demo. He knows the demographic that's coming. I wasn't there, and he's at the beach, and he sees these girls, younger girls in bikinis, and he walks over, and he goes, my dad's Chad Michael Murray. I thought you might want to, you know, get a photo with him. Oh, no, buddy.
He's working with what he's got.
He is so confident when he speaks to women. Like I did a inspirational speaking at the University of Georgia, Florida, and man, he's sitting there. I got this photo, and it's just him sitting with like these 4 or 5 college girls, and they're just chatting him up. He followed me around the whole night at the premiere.
His hands are full, you know that, right?
Yeah. Hands are full. And he plays football, but he's learned that football goes a long way. And you know.
Oh, don't put me in the middle.
Hey, I got to put him out.
In the middle, what your son's doing.
Yeah. Well, no, he just sits there, and he's not doing it for the attention, but he loves that people want to talk about the sport. Yeah. And then he can get them going. So he'll sit down, and they'll be like, oh, you play football?
He needs some tips. Let me know.
I'll bring him by.
Oh, I wasn't talking about football.
No, you can give him tips for the other stuff, what to say.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
You love him, too. Thank you for coming in.
Such a pleasure.
Chad's co-star Manny Jacinto will be here tomorrow, and Freakier Friday will be in theaters on August 8th.
Yeah, I am here with Emmy Award-winning chef and TV host Frankie Salenza. He's known for, yes, give it up for Frankie. He's known for his delicious, budget-friendly recipes, and now he's released his debut cookbook. Congratulations. It's called Eat, Easy, Affordable, Tasty. E-A-T, eat, all right? Well, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning,
Michael.
And you know what? We have our tasting table ready.
Yes.
Well, they're already at it. You know, they're not even waiting for us.
We don't wait.
But let's get to cooking. You're going to show us how to make a couple of dishes, including fish taco.
Yes, okay.
How do we get going?
It's hot. It's July. We don't want to fry in the heat. It makes your house smell bad. So we're going to bake them. So panko breadcrumbs, because they've got a lot of little craggly edges to give us some texture, right? We'll hit it with a little granulated garlic, which is bigger than garlic powder, so it's not going to burn as quickly, and some pepper. And this is a great time to sort of like practice your pan tossing. And you can see that it needs a little more oil here.
Okay.
But you're going to do this, and this is going to make a big difference over the store-bought stuff, Michael. You want to try to do that?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll mess up my suit.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a ski jump off the lip.
Okay, I made that work. Okay, then what else we got?
Okay, we want to
Tortilla.
arouse our tortilla.
Arouse the tortilla.
Arouse it. If you've got an open flame, you can go right on it. You can go multiple burners at once.
We just want to warm up the tortilla, people. Okay, that's good. All right.
You can see what that looks like.
Oh, yeah.
As you do this, you're going to stack them and keep it like this. This is going to keep the humidity up.
Okay.
We want humidity up. Here, dump these spices in for me.
Dump this spice. What is that?
That is olive oil.
Okay.
Oregano. Smoked paprika.
Okay.
Salt.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Black pepper.
So a little fresh garlic
and
here.
a little fresh garlic.
Okay, so now that gets a little. Yeah, you mix that up here with this little spatiola.
Okay.
Yes, it has to look good.
Okay,
you
now.
eat with the eyes first.
That's done.
I'll touch the raw fish, Mike.
Yeah, you go ahead.
You're
That's
shaking
on you.
hands of celebrities and stuff.
Yeah, you know.
So we're just gonna coat that real good.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come in our homemade breadcrumbs over here. So it'll stick a little bit. We get some texture. Oh, I'm spilling.
That's okay.
Bigger bowls
are
good at
next time.
home.
All right, now drop that on
Boom.
that.
There it
okay,
is.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now we have the crema.
Now we gotta make the crema.
Okay, how do we do that?
Well, we've got some sour cream here. It's gonna go into a high-powered blender, sour cream.
Sour cream first.
This can be Greek yogurt.
Okay.
Yes. I don't even remember what this is.
Smell it.
It's honey.
Honey. And that's lemon. That's lemon.
It does. Yes, you want some sweetness.
Lemon,
some
little
honey, lime.
Or
Good.
lime.
So good. We've got parsley.
All of that?
Yes, it could be
Bam.
cilantro. Only the leaves. Only the leaves. We're coming on here. We're going like this. You get that going together, nice and smooth. High powered's important.
Okay.
If it doesn't blend, you add more liquid.
And then put it on that.
Yes, exactly. Now
Okay.
you're gonna make a tortilla. Here you go.
All right, here we go.
All right, so fish.
And you bake this fish for how long? I mean, you cooked it for how long? 13 minutes?
375, and that's why we're able to use extra virgin olive oil because it's not going to
Okay.
like smoke in the oven and things
So we
like
got
that.
the fish. What else we do now?
Some crema.
Crema. Okay.
Here's a
Go
spoon.
ahead,
You can
please.
have it.
Thank you, sir.
You
a
know,
little crema on the fish, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like that.
Maybe tuck it in on the side.
And tuck it in.
Yeah, that way you
like
keep the textural variance
I almost tucked it in on
happening.
the side, but
Can take a little bit of the slaw on
I'm
there.
gonna use my fork for that.
All right. I mean, that's the gist of it. And if you like hot, you know, Fresno chili.
Oh no, I don't like hot.
You don't like hot?
Nope, not big
Really?
hot guy. Nope.
I thought you were like a big, strong NFL player.
I am, but there are repercussions to hot that I won't enjoy later on in life.
As I get older, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, did I say something? All right, go. Cheers. Oh. What do you two think?
Excellent. I like the hot, by the way.
By the way, that Fresno chili is not hidden. It's not playing around. It's you probably wanted to skip that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I did. And then we have a pie here. What is this?
Okay, it's basically Cool Whip and lime with a pretzel crust.
It is so good.
Rebecca's been looking forward to this.
We devoured that first.
Yep.
We went straight to dessert.
That's right.
People do graham cracker crust,
Right.
but to
Wow.
have the salty of the pretzel, you put a little sugar with it and butter, and you just get this explosion of ecstasy in the mouth.
Yes, you do. Okay. Thank you, Frankie.
My pleasure. Good morning, America.
Eat easy, affordable, tasty is out now. You can get these recipes on our website at goodmorningamerica.com.
Now to our new series, My Kind of Town, with an emphasis on kind. This week, Will Gans is bringing us to different cities to introduce us to heroes making their hometown proud. We kick things off in Detroit this morning. Will is live in Minneapolis. Hey, Will.
Hey, George, and tell Rebecca I love her hometown. To everyone else out there, welcome to Minneapolis. Now, as you guys can tell, it's haircut day. It's haircut Haircut Day here at Every Third Saturday. Every Third Saturday is an organization that helps veterans find new purpose after military service. And the haircuts today are compliments of Sheer Hope Collective, a group of volunteer barbers proving that kindness, like a great haircut, never goes out of style.
Wolf.
There's nothing more magical than a makeover.
The only Paolo gonna take this and give you
a princess. But Nick Williams is proving you don't need to be a royal to be treated like one.
They finally see themselves cleaned up for the first time in months or years. Just the look on their face is way better than any paycheck I've ever gotten.
Nick is the founder of Sheer Hope Collective, providing free grooming services for underserved communities.
Vets, homelessness, mental disabilities, regular disabilities that prevent them from getting to barbershop or getting grooming services and haircuts.
Sheer Hope is powered by volunteer barbers and stylists.
How did you find this calling?
I've always had kind of something in me that wanted to help people. I just didn't know how to go about that. And I went to barber school. Yeah, you can see in their faces that you actually did something for them.
Nick and his team keeping the Twin Cities styled for success.
There's something magical about the chair, I think. Once you start getting your hair cut, you kind of close your eyes a little bit and then you start talking, I feel like. And it's something relaxing about the chair. They feel comfortable just saying whatever's on their mind or what they're dealing with that week.
Nick, thank you so much for the haircut. I want to bring in Tom McKenna, who is a Marine Corps veteran and the co-founder of Every Third Saturday. What does something like a fresh haircut, compliments of Sheer Hope, mean to a veteran?
It means dignity and self-respect, and it means a veteran knows that somebody cares for them. And for the Sheer Hope Collective, through this great partnership, comes in and cuts their hair, to see them leave the building with a smile and feeling like they've been taken care of. It means everything. It's much more than just a haircut.
Incredible. Well, Tom, thank you for your service. Thank you for everything y'all do here at Every Third Saturday. Sheer Hope Collective, thank you as well. Signing off from Minneapolis, everybody. Back to y'all in the studio.
Wow, what an incredible program. Love to see everybody there in the Twin Cities. I grew up in Northeast Minneapolis, not far from where you are, Will. And your haircut, by the way, looks great. Okay, coming up here on GMA, we are heading to the beach. How you can escape to a new island oasis in the Bahamas. I apparently already have.
Oh, sorry, we were trying to time the waves. Welcome back. We've gone to the beach in our studio. This is really beautiful, by the way.
This is Love Island, Sam.
I'll get voted off, don't worry. Time to relax a little bit in the sands of our studio. Jess Sims is at a pop-up in New York City, though. Hey, Jess.
Good morning, Sam. Now, I know it looks like I'm in the tropics right now, but I promise you I'm only a couple blocks away from you, right here in New York City, experiencing this mini vacation. Now, this segment is sponsored by Norwegian Cruise Line, and I am so excited to be here with their president, David Herrera. David, good morning.
Good morning, Jess. How you doing?
I'm incredible now that I'm here. Talk to me about this place. Why are we here?
How cool is this?
It's incredible.
Norwegian Cruise Line, we decided to bring a little bit of the island life right here to Manhattan because we've got some huge news about our private island, Great Stirrup Cay.
Well, let's talk more about this Great Stirrup Cay because I see some people lounging, enjoying some cool treats. We got the sounds of the Caribbean. What more can we expect?
Well, in this room right now, not only do we have the sounds, we have some popsicles. You and I could get our hair braided later if you want to.
I could get my hair braided.
Sure, we could do that. Okay. But on the island itself, on Great Stirrup Cay, we got some breaking news right here, right now. Good morning, America. We are launching and opening a brand new 6-acre water park for families and guests of all ages with so many exciting things like a 170-foot tower, 19 slides, 9,000 square foot splash pad for the kids, an 800-foot dynamic river, which is a lot better than a lazy river.
Wait. Lazy rivers are incredible. How is that better?
Lazy rivers are so lazy. This is dynamic. Here you get going. There's a cave. It's immersive experience. It is fantastic. And you like to cliff jump, Jess?
It sounds like something I would do. I haven't done it yet, though.
We're going to go cliff jumping. We got 2 cliff jumps right into the amazing pool. We have a 28,000 square foot pool. We've got a Vibe Shore Club, which is just for the adults so they could have some cocktails if they want. We have so many amazing things, Jess. It is just an outstanding opportunity for our guests to come down and escape to the great life on Great Stirrup Cay.
Well, you just said cocktails. I need a mocktail. Let's get some refreshments because I need to hear more about this incredible Great Stirrup Cay. Because how do we get there, David?
Well, you can only get to Norwegian Cruise Line's Great Stirrup Cay on a Norwegian Cruise Line cruise. But you know what we're going to do?
What?
We're making it easy for everybody to get on a cruise. We're actually giving away 250 free cruises as part of this activation. Right here in Soho, we've got pop-ups all over Manhattan, but we're making it easy for everybody, anywhere in the world, to register on our website for a free cruise to Great Stirrup Cay.
Well, this is absolutely incredible, and I feel really bad in studio. You probably have some FOMO because now we're going to have a little mocktail. Ooh. Congrats to all the successes, and let's get a great escape.
We're here till Thursday.
Thursday.
So if you want to hang out at the bar with me till Thursday, we can do that.
You heard it here first. I'll be here till Thursday. Bye, guys.
Cheers.
All right, bye, Jess. We're
Thank
loving
you,
the mocktail.
Jess.
So make sure to check out, by the way, our website for all the information on the giveaway. GMA's social pages to learn more about the Great Stirrup Cay and a chance to win.
Thank you guys for watching us on this Tuesday morning.
Have a great day, guys.